friends, it's Nancy. I have been avocado dyeing. I have wanted to try this because I love pink. And I posted a message on a Facebook group yesterday asking, what's the best avocado tutorial? So I was referred to, I want to say Kate Maurer, but I might be wrong. I'll put the link below. Anyway, her video was great. In her video, she baked her papers. I dried mine out in the sun, and I got some varied results. So I tried several different things. Let me just show you. So this was my first batch. And let me tell you, I boiled my avocado skins and pit 3 times, and the second was probably the best result, but the third was good. The first, not so hot. It's a very brown pink color, and not very deep. So I put plastic lace on top to come up with these interesting designs, and some I just did plain, and the plain is barely pink. But what I did notice is that the sun does have an impact on the color. So the ones that are just plain, I hung these on my drying rack, and you can see that this was where it was bent, and this was facing south. So this came out much more pink than that side. And that's pretty much the case in all of these. The fronts that were facing the sun were also darker. So that was one important lesson. I did do some, this is hand crocheted lace, and I love how this color turned out. It's it's like a cross between a pink and an ecru. Like pink and ivory have been mixed together. But again, there's some variation in the color. And I had this laying outside to dry, so maybe, some was turned upwards, some was turned downwards. Don't know. The first batch of papers, these were all writing paper. So they're 8 by 10. They come in a tablet. They're slightly thinner than a copy paper. This came from a sketchbook. Look at this gorgeous color. And because it's sketchbook paper, it took longer to dry. And what I did was I took a piece of lace, like actual legit real lace, wetted it down with just plain water, and then adhered it to the surface of the paper. And that's how I got this gorgeous lacy design. Halfway through the drying process, I flipped it over, and you can still see the lace pattern on the back. It's not as sharp as this side, but I think it still turned out really good. So I want to do some more like that. So that was what did I call this? Sketchbook paper? I think there's more sketchbook paper. Yeah, this is all sketchbook paper too. This one, I didn't turn over as quickly as the other one. So it is pink, but it's not the bright, deep pink that the other one is. But that's okay. It's still pink. Then this is copy paper. This one I laid on the table, and there was plastic lace underneath, so it had this like crosshatch sort of pattern on it. And I put clothes pegs on top, and that kind of made an interesting design. This is also copy paper, and I just put plastic doily on top of that. This, I didn't do a design. I put this on the drying rack, but I clipped it at the top so that it didn't have the bend in the middle with one side bright and one side dark. And this is all with plastic lace on top of it. So the second batch turned out pinker than the first. Then I boiled it a third time. And again, got some real interesting variations. So these are a library catalog cards. And even like amongst the same card came up with some different patterns. And again, I laid lace on top of this is like real lace on top of the cards to see what I would get. And there's a faint lace pattern. Some are better than others. This one I spilled some of the leftover dye that was in the tray on top of it, and it looks like either a Rorschach test or a blood spatter, but here you can see some nice lace. But it just blows me away, the variations. Like this one is very almost purpley pink, and this one's like peachy pink. So I haven't determined what the factor is that look at that lace that accounted for that variation. But then I tried a bunch of random envelopes. I can't believe how bright these turned out. And even I flipped this over halfway and put lace on top. Put lace on top both ways, but halfway through I flipped it over, and the backs came out even darker than the fronts, which was interesting. But again, I mean, these are all different envelopes, but some of them are from the same. I don't think that one is. I think these two are from the same. Some of them are the same brand or whatever. This one had kind of a weird, like a texture. So the lace didn't really show up on that one at all. I like these paler ones. These ones, they came apart while they were soaking, so I just laid them out flat, and I put a plastic doily on top. So when it goes back together, it'll look like that. So if you haven't tried Avocado Dying and you're a big pink fan like I am, you will check out the link below to the video that I saw, and give it a shot. I am very, very happy with my results. Overall, there's a couple disappointing pieces, but overall I'm quite tickled with how it all turned out. And I was so tickled. I actually went back to the store. I've got what you call it, an app on my phone. It's called Flip, F-L-I-P-P. I don't know if it's just a Canadian thing or what, but it compares the sales from different grocery store flyers to find the best price. So I looked up avocados, and Food Basics has a bag of 6 avocados for $2.88, which is cheap. So I went and got another bag of avocado, and they do stain. Like, it looks like I've been digging in the dirt. But I've got some more avocado dye cooking on my stove as I tape this. Anyway, thanks so much for joining me. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.